All right, so it is November 4th. We just had the first start of the day, first start of Frostbite season, actually. We have Tim O'Day actually looking really good. He had a beautiful start, about a quarter of a boat length under the line with speed. He's out by the pin, and he just made Jonathan Austin tack away. And it's such a short course. It was kind of the only thing I think he really needed to be worried about was if he had a bad leg getting pinned out, he was kind of going to be screwed. But he did a great job coming in with speed. He's tacked across the front of the fleet right now. Left side looks like it's paying off. Might have tacked a little too close to Jonathan. If the breeze goes right at all, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but kind of looks like he's getting the bow over the front of the boat, so looks like he's doing okay. If breeze goes left, he'll be good. If breeze goes right, might get in a little bit of trouble falling off, but it's such a short upwind. Really, the only thing that matters is you don't get pinned out past the ley line. Now, that said, a couple of boats behind me, quite a little bit of trouble. Fred Baker in 3467, kind of controlling this whole pack. He's going to be the first one to tack. He's really going to dictate where the whole fleet goes, and or the whole pack right there. If somebody bails out, and Fred's going to tack right on top of him. So Fred looks like he's going to have his way right at the windward mark. He's going to be the first of this whole pack of boats out there. Also giving himself a little bit of room. Still probably 10 boat lengths below the ley line. So he's giving himself a little bit of room, which is good tactically once he gets up. Over on the right side of the fleet, there's a Wasabi on the far end. Not sure who's in the middle. And then Tim O'Day to windward. So Tim, my bets are Tim is going to be first around the mark. Although Fred's going to be coming in with speed, and you generally, when we see the sea breeze, you get a little bit of a lefty. So Fred actually is in good shape also. You don't want to do too many tacks, but Tim might have been wise to come back and cover the middle a little sooner. No boats up the middle right now. So two big packs that have split. Wasabi's under ley line, which is going to hurt them. They're definitely not going to make it once they get tacked on. Tim probably going a little overlay, but that's okay. The thing you want to worry about is, although we have the current going with us, so it's not quite an issue, but when boats start stacking up at the ley line, if you go a little high, if you hit the ley line a little soon, you can make pretty big gains when you go high and you get speed going around boats. So Wasabi not under. This boat, Jonathan Austin is pinching to make it, and I think he will. And if he does, he's actually going to be first to the mark. Sorry, that's not Jonathan Austin. I don't know who that is. But yeah, this boat's going to make it. I think Tim O'Day went a little too far, and it was definitely leading, but just. Yeah, misjudged the ley line a little bit, but played it safe, which is good. Yeah, that is Jonathan Austin. Sorry, so Jonathan Austin rounding in first. Tim O'Day in second with more speed. He has a chance to roll him on the set if they have a good set. So third is I'm not sure who that is driving. I forget his name, but. In Wasabi, and so we see the top three boats at the mark were boats that started at the pin, tacked over fairly soon, and came back. And then Fred Baker in fourth was leading the pack that sort of went left. All three boats are on the windward mark, decent spinnaker sets. Fred doing a great job timing his hoist, and they are going to fill that chute. Beautiful set on Eliza. Great set. It was. Notice the spinnaker was going up before they're actually to the mark. Same thing on Rigel. Although Rigel, yeah. So other than having the spinnaker get skied a little bit, good set on Rigel. Little late taking down the Genoa, but it's there. So, big question is which way to go downwind, and I have to say I think the right side all the way is going to pay off. We have the blue spinnaker up there. Can't quite tell who that is. It's one of the first boats around the mark. It might be Jonathan Austin. I think he's sailing a little too high. The boats that stay right, I think, are going to make gains for a couple reasons. One being the most important reason is they're just going to be a better breeze, I think. The next reason being less current over on that side. Since the current's coming out, that can be a big factor, especially in this light breeze. So, but we have Andrew Sergowitz, who's jibed early and is looking good on port. He's looking really good on port. The only concern for him is that the breeze kind of peters out on this side of the course. Right now, we've actually got a really good downwind battle. Fred Baker on the far left side coming back. I would have gone a little further. He's jibed just under Andrew Sergowitz, so he's actually got to go a little hot, sailing back towards this whole blanket of spinnakers. If you'd gone a little further, you would have just gotten totally clean breeze. We see, I apologize to whoever that is, I have no idea which boat, but Sail 87 with the American flag spinnaker, you're actually, I think, doing a better job of just keeping clear. And you can actually just make giant gains in a fleet this tight just by keeping clear and kind of trying to stay out of this washing machine that gets churned up in the middle. So Wasabi doing a great job managing to hold it out on the far right side. They're in breeze. They're coming at a hot angle to the mark. It looks like they're going to have one more jibe, but they are sailing through the middle. But they're looking to be in good shape. They've got a good angle. You can see their pull is forward, as opposed to some of the boats that are stacked up behind them. So Wasabi coming in with a lot of speed. They've got great leeward heel. The only thing I want to harp on, something Dave Bryan and I talked about, there's really no reason for crews to be standing against the boom. It's not a huge deal in light air, but it's just a kind of a bad habit. We see it a lot in heavy air, and it's not particularly safe if you're, getting into a situation where you're sailing by the lee, you get a jibe. It is more than sufficient to sit under the boom and have a hand just holding it. So, but other than that, Wasabi doing a great job. If I had to guess, they're going to be rounding the course right gate, which is good. Looking up breeze, looking upwind, the breeze on the right side is fantastic compared to the left side. So, and Wasabi might not even need to jibe, but they're not going to have room to the left mark. They'll have room to the right mark. They won't have room just because if they go to jibe, they'll lose that overlap on the boats inside them. But definitely getting that. And let's see how this takedown goes. It's going to be a pretty late strip. They look like they're picking the absolute correct mark. It's upwind a little. It's definitely favored by about half a boat length, maybe even a little more. It's going to have to get dragged down after this. So far, a good late strip. A little bit of trouble getting that guy around. Finally goes. Really helpful to have the skipper kind of feed that out. But nice rounding. And a little late on the Jenny, but that's okay.
Security.
I have to imagine he's going to want to go as far as he can and don't tack early, even though tactically it's the better thing to do because just coverage is to tack right around the mark and then tack back on whoever comes after you. You definitely don't want to tack into all those spinnakers.
I got that. You're going to be coming through our race course. I think I'm going to have to go right where you park right now, right through there. See, these boats are coming upwind and going through our starting line. I will finish them and then move them to the East Boston side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do what you need to do. I'm just telling you coming. It won't happen that quick. Okay, thank you very much. Do you think I have about 10 minutes, 15 minutes? You got 10 for sure.
These guys sailing upwind really well, really fast, good scalloping in the jib. Their main looks really good. I think that one of the biggest disparities we'll see today is.
Mark boat, committee boat.
Go ahead.
We need to finish these boats and move them towards East Boston. The dredge is about to get underway. They're going to go right through the bottom end of our race course.
The biggest disparity is going to be people trimming these correctly. It's brand new to everyone in the fleet. No one has seen these before or knows how to trim them.
Cancel that. We're moving towards the South Boston side. So if you can be up here to catch them as they're finishing and get them out of here.
With the clues that are so high, it's going to be just a little bit different trimming angle. So.
Okay, race committee board. I'm busy right now. I think I've told you everything you need to know, so just leave me alone a little bit. You got it. We're going to send them to the south. Get away out of your way.
So left side,
Mark boat.
come in.
You're going to need to catch these guys as they're finishing and get.
So last thing, Wasabi ending up winning. Did a great job staying right on the downwind, and of course left on the downwind, and then just doing a great job connecting the shifts on the upwind. So and just good boat speed all around the course.